Standing tall above the Parisian skyline, the Eiffel Tower is today one of the most recognizable structures on Earth, visited by millions each year and cherished as a symbol of France itself. But what many don't know is that this iron giant was never meant to be permanent, and it came remarkably close to being torn down and sold for scrap metal. The story begins in 1889 when France was preparing to host the Exposition Universelle, a world's fair celebrating the centennial of the French Revolution. The government held a competition to design a centerpiece monument, and engineer Gustave Eiffel won with his audacious proposal for an iron tower that would soar 300 meters into the sky, making it the tallest structure in the world. Construction began in 1887, and despite skepticism and criticism from prominent Parisian artists and intellectuals who called it an eyesore and a metal monstrosity, the tower was completed in just over 2 years. From the beginning, there was a critical detail in Eiffel's contract with the city of Paris. The tower was granted a permit for only 20 years. After the exposition ended and the initial permit expired in 1909, the structure was supposed to be dismantled and removed. The original plan was clear. This was a temporary monument, destined to be torn down once it had served its purpose. Many Parisians who despised the tower's industrial appearance eagerly awaited its demolition, viewing it as a blight on their beautiful city of classical architecture and romantic boulevards. As 1909 approached, the fate of the Eiffel Tower hung in the balance. Gustave Eiffel himself understood that his creation needed to prove its worth beyond mere spectacle. He began searching desperately for practical uses that would justify keeping the tower standing. He set up scientific experiments on the structure, including meteorological observations and studies of air resistance. He installed a weather station and even conducted early aerodynamic experiments from the top. But these efforts alone weren't enough to convince city officials that maintaining the tower was worthwhile. What ultimately saved the Eiffel Tower was the advent of wireless telegraphy. In the early 20th century, radio communication was rapidly emerging as a revolutionary technology, and the military recognized its strategic importance. Eiffel had installed radio transmission equipment on the tower, and it proved invaluable for long-distance wireless communication. The tower's extraordinary height made it the perfect antenna, capable of transmitting signals across vast distances. During the First World War, which began just 5 years after the tower's permit was supposed to expire, the radio equipment on the Eiffel Tower played a crucial role in intercepting enemy communications. Most famously, it helped intercept German military transmissions, including messages that led to the capture of the infamous spy Mata Hari in 1917. The tower's military and communications value became undeniable. What was once dismissed as a useless iron structure had transformed into a vital strategic asset for France. The demolition plans were quietly abandoned, and the tower's permit was extended indefinitely. As decades passed, public opinion shifted dramatically. The structure that Parisians once scorned gradually became beloved. Artists, writers, and photographers began celebrating its unique beauty and the way it captured the spirit of modernity and progress. Today, the Eiffel Tower stands as one of the most visited paid monuments in the world, welcoming nearly 7 million visitors annually. It has become inseparable from the identity of Paris, appearing in countless films, photographs, and works of art. The iron lattice that once seemed so alien against the Parisian skyline is now considered an architectural masterpiece, a triumph of engineering that pushed the boundaries of what was possible in its time. The tower that was built to last 20 years has endured for well over a century, transforming from a temporary exhibition piece into an eternal symbol. The near destruction of the Eiffel Tower reminds us how fragile iconic landmarks can be, and how close we came to losing one of the world's most treasured monuments. It's a story of perseverance, adaptation, and the unexpected ways in which technology can change the course of history. Gustave Eiffel's Iron Tower was saved not by its beauty, though that came to be appreciated, but by its utility in an age of rapid technological change. What began as a bold experiment and a temporary spectacle became a permanent testament to human ingenuity and innovation, proving that sometimes the most criticized creations can become the most celebrated, if only they're given the chance to survive.